Hey guys, Silly Ninja here for part 2 of the Swansea career mode on FIFA 14. We're still in pre-season. We haven't finished the transfer market yet, I don't believe. I don't think we've started the season. Yeah, we're still in pre-season, as I said. We're facing EA Gwyngamp? Gwyn? I don't know how to say. I don't know, is that a real team, or is it, because it says EA at the start, is that just like a fake team that EA have come up with, or is it actually a real team? Anyway, we get off to an absolutely flying start in the 3rd minute. Some good interplay between Michu, and then Pablo Hernandez does some great wing play, puts a fantastic ball into the middle, and Michu, I mean, he's 9'4", he's bound to get his head on it, and it's a very good finish across the goalie to make it 1-0 after about 3 minutes, so absolutely flying start. Michu is a really good striker. Wilfred Bonney, however, is in another league. His strength is just untouchable. Later on through this series, you'll see how good Wilfred Bonney is. But Michu is able to get free in the 40th minute. A little bit of luck to dispossess the defender, but they all count, so that makes it 2-0 before half-time, which makes it a pretty certain win, to be honest. This isn't the best team in the world, so pretty much a certain win now at 2-0. But yeah, as the series goes on, because I have recorded about 5 episodes of worth of content, and as the series goes on, it gets ridiculous. He gets very, very good. Some lovely interplay between Michu and Bonney here, and a great finish from Bonney across the goalkeeper into the top of the net after 2 minutes into the second half to make it 3-0. So a very comfortable win for the Swans here, doing very well in pre-season, which is uplifting to say the least, because I was sort of worried about how we'd do, because I haven't really signed anybody, and I haven't really changed the squad other than the formation, but this is promising. A lovely 3-0 win over EA Gwyngamp, and they only had 1 shot, which is off target, so fantastic result for us. We can take that confidence into the next few weeks. Yeah. Also, somebody commented on... actually, before I say that, this guy, Sun Young Ki, I found him. He's on loan at Sunderland, but I needed a CDM that was around that sort of ability. So I thought, right, okay, how do we get him back? A recall from loan for 740,000. Now, I'm not going to sign somebody with those stats for £740,000. So I thought, right, okay, I might as well bring him back into the squad because I needed another CDM / centre mid. So it's very useful. We get an offer from Lyon for Michu. Michu's been a hot target for many sides in the summer, it seems, but they don't want to pay the premium that I'm putting down. I think he is worth 12.5 million in my opinion, but so they rejected the 12.5. I think they wait. I think what I've done here is sent a transfer thing twice, which is interesting. I've sent the same thing twice because I read the email and then read it again. So that's interesting. Yeah, so I send the same offer to them just to let them know. But this is the first game of the season against Manchester United. We are at home, which is fantastic, but it is against Man U, so it's always going to be a tough game. They've got, you know, Rooney and Van Persie and Ashley Young, all these players that are going to pose threats to my defence, which is arguably my weakest. My fullbacks aren't that good, and 9 minutes in we get off to a pretty poor start. Ashley Young feeds it to Kagawa. Kagawa puts it into Rooney. For some reason, Chico Flores falls over, not really sure why, but Rooney's able to dispatch it underneath the form to make it 1-0 after 10 minutes. Not entirely sure why he fell over there, Chico Flores, but he did, and it made it 1-0. However, in the 35th minute, Pablo Hernandez brings Angel Rangel into the game. He then cuts inside of the defence. He puts quite a good ball in, but it falls to Nathan Dyer. Nathan Dyer has a shot. It falls to Michu in the box, and Michu is always going to score that. 9 times out of 10 he's going to score that anyway. So we do equalise in the 38th minute, which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is the first game of the season, so I'd hope for an uplifting start. But I mean, against Manchester United, you can't predict that. Here, I was quite pessimistic about going into this game, so it's fantastic that we got an equaliser, and that is how the game ended, a 1-1 draw at at home against Manchester United, which is, I'd say, a good result. I wouldn't have predicted anything more, and that's what I would have hoped for. It was an equal game, 5 shots for us, 6 shots for them, so a pretty equal game. Very, very happy with that result. Right, I'll go back to the thing before. In the comments, somebody said, use Twitter more, which I am going to do. So, if you do want to follow me, at CNinja951, I will probably be updating you on, FIFA stuff and series stuff. If you ever want to ask me things, then that is the place to go. So go follow me there. That'll be sick. But our next game is on the Wednesday, so we've literally 3 days rest from the Manchester United game against West Brom. This is our first real opportunity for a win. It is away from home. We get off to a great start in the 7th minute. A fantastic ball from, I don't know who took that, but it met the head of John Joe Shelvey. John Joe Shelvey, there we go, got there in the end. John Joe Shelvey. He's not that tall, so it's good to see he's getting on the score sheet. He's also his first goal for the club, I think, so it's a good goal for him to score. And in the 38th minute, I kept this bit in because it was lovely build-up play, nice and quick. This is from the goalie, remember. We were able to keep possession, move it around as we please, really. Some nice play, and then Angel Rangel puts a great ball into Michi. Michi gathers up the remains of what the defender tried to clear, and then shoots across the goalkeeper to make it 2-0 in the 41st minute. So it's an absolutely promising scoreline at this point. And then Michu does a fantastic celebration. I have no idea how I did that. Usually what I do when I score is I just press random buttons and flick the sticks any old where, excuse me, to see what happens. And that's the celebration he went with. You know what? I liked it. I laughed for about 5 minutes, so that was good. A pretty good corner. Pretty poor defending. Jakob was able to get a shot on without any pressure. Nicholas Anelka had the initial shot, I think, which was saved. So sadly, it is 2-1 right after the half-time, so we did lose our clean sheet. However, we did win overall. So, a good result, a 2-1 win away from home in our 2nd game of the season. I'm not going to complain at that. That's pretty good. Chico Flores got an 8.2 in that game. Chico Flores is a very good player. He strikes a wonderful vein of form very soon. And he's absolutely fantastic. This is a player that I found, Munian? I don't know how to say his name. But those stats, though, for 6.5 million, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to sign him because right now I don't really need a centre attacking mid. I'm playing a 4-2-2-2, so I don't really need a centre attacking mid. But I mean, if I do at some point, if I want to change tack, then he seems like a very plausible signing for me. But our next game was against Tottenham. Oh my god, this start of the season is absolutely horrible. We've had a home game against Man U, a away game against West Brom, and then an away game against Tottenham. Absolutely horrible start to the season, but some pretty poor defending, but a lovely ball from Ericsson and a pretty good ball to Lennon. From Lennon to Soldado to make it 1-0, and that's pretty much how that game ended. Pretty realistic, I thought, actually. Tottenham winning 1-0 over us. I think that's pretty realistic. They're a good team, and it was away from home. They don't concede. We only had 1 shot that game. We had 1 shot. That's how good defensively they are. So, you know, I was predicting a loss there, but you know, these sort of things happen. I did inquire about Asayadi, but he is on loan to Stoke. So that's about it for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next episode.